before the holidays are approaching, and I decided to find some holiday drama for us to read about on Reddit. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories tabbed up for us today, all from like different subreddits. I don't know. I'll tell you as we go. But let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, this first one is just titled Holiday Drama, and it is from the Adult Children Reddit subreddit. You get what I mean. Also, if this is your first Reddit video with me, I don't read these ahead of time, so please be on the lookout at the beginning of every story. If there is a trigger warning, I will put it up on the screen. Alright, holiday drama. A very short version of events. I have a huge family, lots of sips, cousins, grandparents, and friends of family. Typically, these people get invited to every holiday, birthday, graduation, anniversary, etc. My grandparents started this tradition, and now that they are elderly/passed away, the big parties aren't happening anymore. My parents' generation is flummoxed by this, and flummoxed is a crazy word. And for the last 5+ years, I have been selected as the person to carry on the tradition. When this started happening, it was because A, no one else had a partner, B, no one else had a house, C, no one else was organized enough, D, no one else was not actively addicted, and so on. Yikes. I have hosted Easters, Thanksgivings, family reunions, baby showers, cookouts, birthdays for other people's kids as well as my own kids, Christmas parties, etc. Last year we threw 8 different parties, and the entire family was invited to each one, as well as my friends and my husband's family. We had between 35 to 50 people at each party. We were invited to 0 parties last year or this year. No one in our families brought a dish to pass, helped with cleanup, came early to set up, offered to throw in for next time. Nothing. They don't even watch their own kids when they're here, and so usually I end up hosting while my husband is babysitting. I'm so absolutely done with doing stuff for people who have no sense of how relationships work. We have spent thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours trying to fix this stupid family, and I am done. With all that in mind, my siblings have all opted out of my kid's birthday party this week and have said that they already had plans for the holiday. I invited people within the same time frame as I usually do, 2 to 3 weeks ahead. My inner child, or whatever effed up, unhealed part of me, cannot understand how a group of people, basically my whole family, who have been happily sitting in my yard, eating my food, parking on my prime location driveway for all types of events, suddenly and mysteriously all made plans for the 4th, and no one invited us or even casually mentioned it until today. Rage, 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 rage. I am so done with all of them. P.S. I know 100% that my sips are not coming because I told everyone recently that we are hosting dry parties from now on, and I got a lot of pushback on it. We have never provided alcohol, but we have never stopped people from bringing their own. Most of my siblings drink daily and all have/had issues with other addictions. They simply cannot enjoy a holiday without alcohol available, even for a few hours. Ugh. Dude, I'm so sorry that this is your life, but it really doesn't have to be. Like, I would just stop hosting the parties. I would have probably never started hosting them in the first place, if we're being honest. That's like my worst thing, is planning a party. I don't even plan anything for my birthday because I'm like, whatever, we'll just do something spontaneous, and that just seems easier. I do not like to plan get-togethers, and especially for that many people, and they're not even pitching in or doing anything even remotely to help. That really sucks. Like, her family just seems so ungrateful, and now they're like, oh, we can't drink and be crazy at your parties, so we're not coming anymore. Like, what? Okay, don't come. We didn't want you there in the first place. First comment says, it sounds like it's beyond time for you and your husband and children to do your own thing. I wouldn't bother to invite them anymore. If there are certain family members you want to maintain a relationship with, you can go out to lunch with them or invite them over just for family dinner or a small gathering on a weekend. That has nothing to do with any holidays. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Someone else said, take Take your family to a nearby amusement park to celebrate the birthday. Lines are short on the 4th and you'll have a great time. Don't give the freeloaders in your family another thought. Just have a blast without them. Yeah, facts. Facts. Alright, let's see. The next one. Holiday drama already. And this one is, the subreddit is just no MIL, meaning mother-in-law. Just no mother-in-law. Okay, quick background. We're in a very busy and difficult season of life right now, dealing with some family member health issues. We are both drowning at work and totally overwhelmed, and I'm pregnant with our second. We see in-laws less often than they would like, even though they live pretty close. Weekdays are a non-starter for visits. Our nanny stays until 6, and then it's dinner, bath time, bedtime routine. Our weekends are often filled with toddler classes, birthday parties, or errands to keep us afloat. My mom often comes over to babysit while we tackle house projects, get some rest, whatever it is. Toddler is obsessed with her. In-laws can't babysit for many reasons, including their physical capabilities. We try to make time for them about once every 6-ish weeks. Every visit, they overstay their welcome, make me feel exhausted from hosting them, and they're too aggressive with toddlers, so she has a meltdown each time, even when we push back. So, mother-in-law has now declared that because we don't make time for them, her side of the family claims all holidays this year. She wants Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all of it. I laughed and said that's not going to happen, but we'll definitely make time to celebrate with them, and we should discuss plans. She said that she will take toddler to her aunt's home, who is hosting Thanksgiving, overnight, 2 hours away. I firmly said no, that's not on the table. She immediately started sobbing and said that we hate them and that we let my mom babysit so we could go away for the weekend, so now it's her turn. I said, sorry, we're not comfortable with it, and our toddler is not a doll to be passed around. My husband shut down the conversation and said we'll let you know about holiday plans, but now thinks we should up the visits to appease them. I was looking forward to getting some test and low-key holidays this year. I know we can't just refuse to see them at all, but I'm just so tired. Dude, you and your family have to come first. I know, like, your mother-in-law is also your family, but you have to put your own needs before the rest of your family's needs, and their needs are not even like she's literally like demanding your child, and that's not how life works. Like, you get to decide for your child because you birthed that baby, and if you're doing a great job at raising them, then I don't see why anybody else should be able to dictate what your child should be doing, or what they should be doing with your child, I should say. Also, wait, there was a red flag in the beginning. Let me see. Oh, we see in-laws less often than they would like. Is it up to them? It's not up to them. It's really not. Okay. First comment says, I love how they think they get to inform us like this. No, we're all adults. You're not the adult who gets to decide. Weird try there, mother-in-law. Next comment says, you can refuse to see them. It's his family. Let him go over there if he wants to, and you hang out with yours for the holidays. Don't let them emotionally terrorize you. Yeah, emotional terror is definitely right. That is so correct. Like, why would you want to force someone into hanging out with you, especially during the holidays? It's just going to be a miserable situation for both parties involved. Like, why would you want to even put someone in that situation? Yeah, and now the husband is like, oh, let's just appease mom by, like, going there more often. No, that's not helpful. What's helpful is putting mom in her place and letting her know that your life is your life and you make the decisions. Like, that's it. Alright, next story. This one is from Mildly No MIL. So, a mild version of the last subreddit. And this one is called Holidays Are Always Drama. I'm married into a family that has very specific ideas/traditions of how every Christmas has to go. I love that they know their schedule overall. They seem to enjoy it, or act like they do, and it works for them. My mother-in-law is the driving force behind all of these events and just truly does not get why it doesn't work for me. I tried texting her the other day about plans for the holidays, and she knew it wasn't going to as well and would like I have a family as well I would like to see around the holidays, not just my husband's, and my birthday is on Christmas Eve. For his family schedule, there's a church event Christmas Eve night, dinner at his grandmother's following that, then the Christmas day we're expected to be at his mom's in the morning, immediately followed by his mom's entire family coming over for a multi-hour extravaganza. We used to be expected to be at her house at 7 a.m. on Christmas Day, but now that I have kids, they have at least agreed to start a little later. We have 2 kids, and of course these events go straight through nap time. My kids get overstimulated and act up because they're tired as heck. Last year, my sister-in-law's daughter was sick, which they knew, and they brought her anyway, resulting in the entire family ending up sick for a week after. They said they would have been devastated to miss Christmas Day, meanwhile devastating the entire family with an awful respiratory virus. This year we have a 5-month-old who already has RSV, or had RSV, and I really don't want to repeat that, but my husband is saying I'm being unreasonable by wanting family not to touch him if they don't have a mask. Anytime we suggest missing one of his family's events, there seems to be a lot of disappointment. If I'm the one suggesting we miss, I'm seen as a raging bitch, and my husband doesn't understand why I can't just do his family's plans because, in his words, my family doesn't have strict traditions, so theirs can be moved to other days. I'm constantly juggling to try to see my own family and ultimately end up having to shift my family to other days around Christmas. My family has been really great about this, but it's really not fair to them. I guess more than anything, I needed a rant because I feel very alone in my irritation since it goes ignored but every year, and my husband doesn't agree. But I'm open to advice. Refusing to go would essentially be grounds for divorce, but I'm tired of having this same argument every year and no one listening to me. I'm really sad for OP because, okay, like, similar things have happened to me and my family. We're very, I won't say that we always do the same thing every year, but it's like a fact that we're getting together at some point, right? So, like, yeah, we have traditions too, and when I met my boyfriend, his family is the complete opposite. Like, they don't really get together for the holidays, and so to him, all of that was just like very overwhelming and overstimulating, and I used to drag him to it for the first couple of years that we were together, and it just wasn't, I could tell that he was uncomfortable. And so after a couple of years, I was like, let me stop trying to force him into a situation that he's not comfortable with and just accept the fact that I get to spend the holidays with my family alone, and whatever like time that we have together is just for us, and that's okay. Like, I had to accept that it's okay for him not to be involved in all of my family traditions, especially if he's not feeling them, right? And so, like, as a partner, you should just understand that. And OP here, like, her husband is like, oh, just suck it up. Like, she has to suck it up every year for the rest of her life, and her family has to sit on the back burner every year for the rest of her life to cater to your family and their, like, outlandish needs. What if she doesn't want to go to church? And asking people to wear a mask around her 5-month-old baby is not unreasonable. It's not. I can't. Families are tough, you know? Alright, let's read some comments with an S. Sorry, but your husband needs to realize that his kid's health is more important than his mommy's fifis. My newborn cousin was recently in the ICU with RSV, and it's rampant right now. If you go, drive separate with the kids, and if anyone crosses boundaries, take your kids and go home. Period. Your family is just as important as his. They may not be as strict, but that doesn't mean they don't count. Yup. This comment is very long, so I'm not going to read anymore, but yeah, just that one part. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, cut this off immediately. Do not keep doing this. OP Abby says, in reply to somebody's comment that I'm not going to read, I have thought about intentionally arriving late and leaving early to make a point. Last year, I was so sick with hypermesis while pregnant, we didn't go. We ended up doing the big family gathering on the 26th, and it was so much better. But this year, the plan is right back to normal. I have managed to at least complain my way into them starting at 10:30 instead of 7 a.m. They also live about 35 minutes away. Yeah, somebody's like, that's ridiculous. Your kids should be able to wake up at home and enjoy the day without running all over. Yeah, facts. Like, your kids are overstimulated. It's just too much. We gotta nip this in the bud. Alright, next story. This one is from Just Know MIL again, and it is titled Celebrating the Holiday, Not on the Holiday Drama. Sounds like a similar thing is about to happen. Mother-in-law is expecting my dear husband and little one to travel. These abbreviations are crazy. It says DHNLO. To travel 7 hours away for Thanksgiving weekend without me. My issues with my mother-in-law are long-standing, although she tries to pretend she doesn't have a problem with me. Think to the level of going behind my back to have dear husband not marry me. Yikes. She was a stay-at-home mom my dear husband's entire life. He is the oldest of 4, and I'm the first outsider to join the family. In the 10 years we've been together, we have always folded and traveled to do holidays with them. Now that we have a little one, we are strict that Christmas is at home. With that said, mother-in-law now expects me to have Thanksgiving weekend since we no longer do actual Christmas with them. But I do need to add that we do an alternate Christmas weekend where we travel to them. I now have a career that requires me to work holidays on a rotating schedule. Every 3 years for each major holiday, I also work nights, so I can put myself together for hours of the daytime to spend with my family when needed. This year, my holiday is Thanksgiving, and my mother-in-law is upset that my dear husband will not take my little one without me to travel to them, leaving me alone for the weekend. This isn't that we wouldn't see them at all. We have stated we would come down this coming weekend, but now his sister is even telling him to come down Thanksgiving weekend. Am I being irrational that I don't want my daughter to travel away from me for a holiday weekend because it isn't good enough that we can go the weekend before as a family? I'm not even expecting them to shift and do their Thanksgiving this coming weekend. It's just when we all can travel and see them. Again, like, why are we telling people what to do with their own children? You did not birth the child. You birthed the person who birthed the child. Does not make you that child's parent. Let's be for real. You have to respect, regardless of who the parents are, whether they're your kids or your child-in-law or whatever. You just have to respect that they are raising their child on their own every day. And if they don't want to spend Thanksgiving away from their child, then you shouldn't be forcing that on them. It's inconsiderate and rude. First comment says, nope, holidays are spent together, not schlepping a working day's travel away because your mother-in-law is selfish. Toddler's comfort comes before mother-in-law's wants, and I doubt a 7-hour journey for a toddler is going to be an easy one. This is your family, not hers. Mother-in-law will have to get used to not seeing you guys whenever she wants. I never travel for the holidays, ever. My daughter is 9 now. Yeah, facts. Like, what did they say? This is your family, not hers. Yes, they are part of the family, but it is a privilege to continue to be a part of that family. And if you can't respect that family's boundaries, then you don't need to be a part of it. That's just how I feel. You aren't overreacting. You come before his parents and siblings now, and your dear husband should remind his family of that. Yeah, period. Alright, let's read this last story. It is from Just Know Mother-in-Law again, and this one is called Holidays Already Causing Drama. I'm going to preface this by saying my mother-in-law has been significantly better lately because my husband has been standing up to her, and she's realized no means no. Good for him. But it doesn't stop the guilt trips. So I am a night shift worker at a hospital. I will be working Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. Christmas, we have already established, is spent at our house with Joe's husband, 4 little ones, and myself. We will not travel on that day, and we will celebrate with my family the day after, and in-laws on Christmas Eve. Last year, I was off for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so there were no issues. Well, this year, now that I'm working Christmas Eve, I will have to either sleep in late Christmas Eve or take a nap in the late afternoon. Either way, my in-laws have an issue with it, saying that holidays always revolve around us and it's not fair. No one ever told them they needed to wait on us. We do what works best for us, and I don't see it being fair. I have to stay up all day to spend it with them, work all night, then try to stay up all day to spend Christmas with my children. My husband is fine with whatever works for me, but I just can't stand the guilt trips and comments already being made. In-laws want my husband and kids to spend the entire day with them and open presents with or without me. He's expected to have them all day, hopping from in-laws to aunts to grandparents' house. They don't care about what works for us as a family. They throw out the "we're your family" card to him, but I feel like I shouldn't have to miss out on time with my kids. I plan to still go over on Christmas Eve, but I don't want to miss out on them opening presents. Am I being selfish? I just hate missing out on holidays or important parts of their lives. Is it okay to just tell them we're available from blank to blank to spend the holiday with you guys? Or should I just let my husband and kids go there without me to open all their presents and I just show up to whoever's house later? I understand and agree my husband and kids shouldn't sit in the house and wait for me to wake up when they could be spending time with people, but my in-laws make plans around everyone else in the family. It just seems I'm the only one ever getting a hard time for my work schedule and what works best for us. Bro, it's becoming repetitive at this point. Like, your family is your family, meaning you, your husband, your kids, that is your family. Extended family, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be extended family and remain extended family. If you're not going to respect the rules of the family or the needs of the family, then you can get cut off. You can just get cut off. And I know that that's way easier said than done, but OP, I don't think that you should feel guilty for this. Alright, let's read this first comment. It says, here's what your husband tells mother-in-law. We are doing XYZ for Christmas. We are not doing anything with you on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day this year. With you, as it doesn't work for us. We can see you on X day or Y day. You choose. And if whining results, he says, Mom, stop trying to guilt me into giving you something that doesn't work for me and my family. If you keep doing this, we won't be seeing you near Christmas at all. Call me back when you've decided which of X day or Y day works for you. I've got to go now. Goodbye. Yeah, that's a pretty good speech. Hopefully it works for them. I mean, yeah, that's just what it is. Like, stop trying to guilt me. And she said something about, like, she understands that she shouldn't wait. She shouldn't make her kids wait for her to wake up on the morning of Christmas Day for them to open presents when they could be spending time with other people. No, I'm sure that your kids would rather wait for you to wake up on Christmas and spend it with you than to go hopping around 7 hours to straight. Is this the 7 hours one? Oh no, this is not the 7 hours one, my bad. Either way, when I was a kid, I didn't want to house hop. I would rather stay in my house. Even as an adult, I would rather stay in my house with my immediate family than bounce around and go to a whole bunch of other people's houses. So I'm sure her kids will be perfectly fine not going to grandma's house for Christmas and going on the 27th or the 26th or the 23rd or whatever the case is. Kids are not going to know the difference regardless. So don't feel guilty because of your kids, and definitely don't feel guilty because of your mother-in-law. That's what I think. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It got me a little bit heated, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little bit close to home, but I would love to do another one, so let me know if you guys enjoyed it in the comments. If you guys have any crazy holiday stories and you want me to read them, shoot me an email, DM me on Instagram, DM me on TikTok. Everything is linked in the description box. Don't forget to like, see you in my next